Cyber attacks are all over the news right now, and some experts are saying that the same issues that face the NSA might also be affecting you.
Americans are falling for the same tactics that Russia has already proven it can disrupt America's infrastructure.
But is that actually true?
What should we do in terms of protecting ourselves from getting hacked or getting, attacked, cyber?
We're going to take a look at this Fox Business segment and some of the tips that they recommended, determine what's true, what's not so true, and give you some tips of our own that I think you'll find significantly more helpful.
Be cautious right now with every link inside of text, email, and social media.
The most important thing is to be cautious about what you do after you click a link in a text, email, or social media post. Computers don't generally just get viruses by going to the wrong website. What happens is that people go to a fake website and then try to log in with some account details that don't work or give up their credit card information. It happens all the time. So that's why we assign this a threat level 3.
Yeah, phishing scams are unfortunately pretty common with Apple too. You'll get a lot of fake emails from companies saying, oh, we're Apple. But you can see in these emails there are typos, and the email address is not from apple.com, it's from some crazy long domain. So if you get something like this, take a step back, take a deep breath, and really thoroughly examine it.
And where else are you gonna get good life advice like that? Like, don't just do something, stand there, and tech advice?
Subscribe to this channel.
Here, yeah, subscribe to this channel because we're here for you.
And also double check your devices right now for the latest operating software. Make sure that's up to date.
Good advice, simple advice, should be doing that.
Check your devices for software updates. Threat level 2, it's rare that there's a huge problem, but we just saw a pretty big problem in Safari get fixed by a software update.
Yep.
And then do what I do. I back up all my personal data from my computer and I unplug it.
This is really not a concern. Threat level 1 type of a deal where this is only important if you use a cloud service that's not well known, which you probably don't.
One thing people will point to is from a few years ago, the celebrity photo leak, but since then Apple has put in a lot of more measures to prevent something like that from happening again. So if that's what you're concerned about, don't.
Use a strong password manager, because that's what they're trying to do, is break into our passwords, and believe me, they can.
Kurt's next tip was to use a strong password manager, and that, threat level 4, 100% agree.
Agree, because it's the only way to use different passwords on every website. And can I just say, David, that I am sick of hearing companies say that it's our fault for not using different passwords on every single website and remembering them. Because I'm pretty sure that there are a few companies who have been hacked and released all of our personal data over and over and over again. I mean, chances are if you've had an internet account for more than 5 years, your logins have been leaked and have been stolen. So the only way to keep track of this is to have a password.
Those companies are living in glass houses and throwing stones.
What the hell does that mean?
Password manager, iCloud Keychain is the one that I use. If you're an Apple user, just use Keychain, it's great.
Yep, Chrome has a built-in keychain too. There are other ones that are paid.
The most important thing is really deploying good antivirus protection. Make sure it's active, up to date, and on all of your devices.
Threat level 0. Buy good antivirus software. Don't do it. Your money is much better spent on a Payette membership than
Antivirus software is included with pretty much every computer nowadays, and programs like Norton and McAfee are becoming less and less important. Typically, the way these, ransomware, all these things are happening is you have to download something and then install it.
Some of these programs, too, can really slow down your computer. They sometimes can be pretty CPU heavy. So you don't need them.
You don't need them. Use the built-in virus protection, especially Windows now is doing a really good job with that.
Earlier in this video, we promised you some suggestions from us. Here they are. The first is to download software directly from a company's website. So for example, you want to download Adobe Reader for your PDFs. Don't click on it on some random website. Go to Google, type it in.
Right, so you type in something like this, download Adobe Reader. Hit enter right at the top. Ignore any ads. There aren't any here. Click on the first one and download it, and you'll be all set. If you're a PC user, forget what I just said and go to 99.com. This is the coolest thing ever. I used to use it all the time. you could just check all of the programs that you want to download, and it downloads one file and just installs all of them with no bloatware or malware or anything. So it unchecks all the boxes that you would normally have to check. And then if you want to update the programs, you just run that little installer file again.
Next, turn on two-factor authentication as often as you can, especially important for passwords that you're using over and over and over again.
Yeah, so there's the SMS version of it, and then there's apps like Google Authenticator and Authy where you have to type in a 6-digit code. What I like, especially on Apple products, is now if you're using an app like Authy, you can hit a button to copy it from your iPhone and just paste it onto your Mac. So it's getting easier to do this, less of a pain in the butt, but it does make it a lot more secure for people.
Next up, use Have I Been Pwned to see if any of your data has been leaked in some of these big data breaches.
Right, so I'll just... Oh, this is so perfect.
That's
isn't
good,
it?
yeah.
I just misspelled the stupid website and ended up on a fake... Okay, this is amazing. Sounds legit.
Thank you for calling technical support. You are speaking with Alex. How may I help you?
Hi, I was just on a website on my Mac, and I'm noticing that I'm getting some, security alerts, and I wondered what I was supposed to do about that. Have I been pwned? Check if your email or phone is in a data breach. Just type in your email address. I'll type in mine. Oh no, I've only been pwned in 24 data breaches and 1 paste. And this is really why I get mad at companies for saying that it's our fault, because it's not all your fault. Really, the fault lies with the companies that leak our data. And also, you can go pretty far, as you just saw in our video, and not get hacked. It only really happens when you install software and then give them information.
Russia, for example, they don't want to hack your MySpace to kill your Farmville crops, or from MySpace, your Facebook.
Security is important. Does joining our YouTube channel make you more secure online? No, but it's cheaper than LifeLock, and the CEO of LifeLock was arrested and fined hundreds of millions of dollars by the FCC for false advertising because his identity got stolen 13 times and a whole other slew of reasons. So if you'd like to be cool and stay in touch with us, like all of these wonderful people, and especially Larry, our Super David, our very first Super David, or Devin Dorshak, or Lanika Alexander, Mike McClure, MDG3312, Richard Hahn, or CLK Bunny, which I assume is short for Click Bunny, then please join our channel, because we love our members. They typically are very secure online. I don't know if there's any data to back that up, that they don't get hacked as much as non-members. But I'm pretty sure that the way it works is that members get hacked very little, and then subscribers get hacked slightly less than average, but then people who don't subscribe to our channel get hacked. I don't want to say that we would do that to somebody, but I would subscribe if I were you.
So, are you vulnerable to cyber attacks?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Not as vulnerable as Kurt would like you to think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially if you take the steps in this video to prepare yourself.
Thanks for watching. Yep, Chrome has a built-in keychain too. There are other ones that are paid. Zek uses DoorDash, aka Dash Pass. Dash Pass.
Dash Pass.
Dash Lane.